This is our very first Astudemy online faculty board meeting.
Woohoo!
Look at this distinguished group. It is the Brady Bunch, or the Motley Crew, however you want to term it. I am super stoked that you guys all made it. I know this wasn't difficult. We just scheduled it 2-3 days ago. So we're going to jump right in. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to talk about anything. You know, we've kind of discussed this offline a little bit. And should we start with Lynn because she may have to duck out to get to her training?
I'm not learning anything.
You're going to learn more here, we hope. Okay.
Say
So raise your hand if you'd like to begin.
I'll start. That's fine
Go
with me.
for it, Lynn. You're on. Talk to us.
Eric, can I get on my computer now or no? Is it too
Yeah,
late?
go ahead.
Okay, so disconnect me from here and I'll get on the computer.
Okay.
Okay, so am I going to speak again about a little bit about having our advisor group?
Well, you know, Lynn, a lot of people responded really favorably in learning about this building of a trusted advisor network. And, you know, this is what stimulated us doing this. We've all been working together indirectly, some of us directly, but being able to actually spend 30 minutes every once in a while to talk to one another, I think is great. So yeah, if you could tell us, what is this trusted advisor network idea that you've conjured up, how you built it, and how you're leveraging it?
Well, basically, I mentioned it to you, Eric, back in March, that I needed kind of an advisory board because you can't know it all and you can't do it all. So I thought, well, I need a good financial advisor to set up 401ks for my clients. I need a good business attorney to help with incorporating or maybe business problems that somebody has, and somebody who like Carrie, who can help me make some money and advise me on the right software for my clients, a CPA to answer some tax questions that I may not know because I don't prepare taxes.
So let me ask you, Lynn, so everything you've just said is what you can do together. This is not a leads group, right? These are just peers.
So I was already thinking about putting it together myself, whether it be local people or not, and it just happened that I got invited to a trusted advisor group, and it's worked out really well. Someone right here in the seminar today with me that I know from Miami, she said, I'm all by myself. I don't know who to turn to for so many things. And this is exactly what she needs. And that first thing I said was, are you on ABO? And then, advised her, just like I did on my last webinar with you, was, get a little trusted advisor group together. So you have people to reach out to. You can't know it all and do it all. There's just no way.
And what's interesting is, we look around this group, this magnificent 9, and yet most of us, myself, Nellie, and Angela excluded, but the gang here is all about accounting. So while that's really valuable for our business day to day, we need to be able to ask questions, which is part of the reason why Nellie is now a part of us, because she brings something unique to the table. I think you guys all were pretty stoked about that. We're going to have to let her speak next because she's jonesing to talk. I can feel it, but not yet. So Lynn, you joined the network. How has it worked out? What have you done with it since?
Well, we've been able to help each other out. I did a little presentation in front of my group all about Profit First and my bookkeeping, accounting, consulting. And we help each other out. We bring problems to the forefront in the group setting and say, oh, I can help out doing this. I can help doing that. We toss around ideas, just like all of us do in this group right here. This is just virtual. My group in Boca is the Trusted Boca Raton Trusted Advisor Group. More one-on-one, we meet once every 2 weeks, where all of us, we're constantly, all of us helping each other on a daily basis virtually.
Excellent.
Great.
Somebody just made a comment. I like the saying on your shirt. I'll make sure you can see it all.
I'm saying in my shirt.
Go ahead. Let's see it.
I love Lynn's shirt.
Hey, Jay, stand up, please.
This is for our debate, Jay.
Go Lynn. Yeah.
Yay,
Lynn.
Jay, make
I'll
sure
have to wear
we
mine
can see
too.
your logo, Jay. There it is, the digital CPA in the polo. That's nice. Do you have a large? My address. Okay. So, Lynn, that's awesome. Have there been any challenges with it? I mean, how do you find the time?
Well, you can't devote all of your time to it. This virtually is great because when I need you, you're there within a click or a phone call or an email. Each one of you are there and respond to me really quickly. With my Trust Advisor group, it's every other Monday night for 2 hours. It's a social event for us. We eat and we talk.
I mean, you got to eat, right? So why not eat with intelligent people that can help you? You know, Lynn, I'll never forget the day driving to the airport and I called you from the 405, angry at the traffic, and you and I chatted for a good 20 minutes and you gave me an earful about Profit First, and you made my head spin. I mean, that is such valuable stuff. And Jay Kimmelman came here to Santa Barbara, sat in my office, 4 hours? We were just geeking out and fixing stuff and doing cool things, you know. It's super, super exciting. And that is what this is all about. So excellent work. And we're going to have to do more on that, because I think people really can learn from this trusted advisor group concept, build it out. I think some might be a little bit afraid to reach out and find those connections. So we might need to help them. Okay, Lynn Matthijs, thank you so much. Good luck on that exam, by the way. She's studying for her advanced certification, not that she really needs to, but she wants to pass it with ease.
Yeah, I wish I had learned more already today, but you told me, Eric, I didn't need to come, and Here, you told me that too when you were both right.
Well, no, what you needed to do is you needed to talk to Kathy, who's digging for something. Caught ya. And actually that light, Kathy, is shining in everybody's eyes.
All right, we'll move it out of the way.
So Kathy, this is a great opportunity for you to jump in. Lynn is at one of these advanced certification training courses. You're producing an amazing course on Astudemy, and we are so blessed to have you. I mean, it is just, what you've done so far is extraordinary. By the way, everybody, she'd never touched Camtasia before this.
I haven't.
Is doing amazing. Absolutely amazing. Such a pleasure to work with. So Kathy, any words of advice for Lynn, who's going to become advanced certified like you are?
Well, I tell you what, you have to put in a lot of hours, because I would probably say close to 30-something hours, and trying to schedule that around everything else that we have to do is just something you just got to make the time to do.
And that's for taking the test or preparing for it?
That's for preparing the test, and that includes actually going through and taking the test. And one of the things that I recommend as far as taking the test and preparing for the test is to go online, screen capture the test questions. That way you can work all that stuff offline, and that's going to be more important as you get into the advanced exams. Because one of the things that, as you know, Intuit will sometimes lose stuff, or things will not appear as they should. So that way you have backup.
Jay,
yeah, I see Jay
laughing.
So, but I mean, it's true, and that's on all the forums that I've been on. That's what they recommend you do, and that way you have everything documented in case anything messes up. But planning to put in the time, because it's going to take a lot of time, especially when you get into those advanced level exams and stuff. But it's very worth it. It's very worth it.
That's awesome. So Kathy, you know, in my webinar about how I passed the test, I talked about having multiple monitors. I just did the QuickBooks Online certification. Kathy's talking about this advanced one. The questions are really intense. And while you can have multiple monitors and have things open, and, you know, it's open book, you're supposed to cheat, so to speak, I quote. But preparing ahead of time offline and really diving in by doing screen captures is actually recommended by the certified training program. So
absolutely. It is. And otherwise I would not have done it as well as I would have done otherwise. And it takes the pressure off, because you're able to work at your own pace and do the things at your own speed. And like I said, you're going to end up having to put a lot of time into it. You might as well go ahead and go all the way and do the best that you can.
She's got 27 years of time into it though, right, Lynn? That's what you're thinking. I can read your mind right now. You put that in our last webinar, so I can say it. You said it publicly. So Kathy, before you tell us a little bit more about this new course that we're launching on Astudemy, can you just please say to us right now, greetings?
Oh my gosh. Greetings, everyone.
She starts every one of her lessons like that, and I have to tell you, it is going to become iconic. Okay, so what's this course you're creating?
Okay, well, I'm actually going to be doing several courses. As you probably already know, Eric has already started uploading some of the basic bookkeeping fundamentals courses that I did back in the day and have gotten, I think, all of them up now, if I'm not mistaken.
All of them and all the handouts and everything, and they are popular.
Well, that's good. It's good to know because I don't really have any way of knowing any feedback on those unless you tell me. So that's good. So right now I'm in the process of doing the first set of videos called Features, Functionality, and Fundamentals. And within that group, there's 3 basic major topics, starting with just an overview of some of the things like one of the ones that he just put out there was on navigation basics. And then I'm going into the left icon bar and just showing you how to kind of maneuver in those things, like my shortcuts and the view balances, the open windows and the run favorites, just kind of giving you an overall view of those, along with the homepage basics and menu bar basics. And then the functionality part is where we get into more of the deep dives, where we're going into setting up the chart of accounts, setting up the preferences, setting up vendors and customer lists, knowing how to set up those items correctly, those double-sided items, which seems to give everyone a hard time when they're trying to do their invoicing and stuff. Setting up memorized transactions. There are some schools of thought that you shouldn't use those. I like using them for things such as if you're putting in outsourced payroll, it's really handy to use those for those kind of things and stuff like that. And then under the fundamentals, and this isn't a complete list, I'll probably add to those as I go through. We're talking about creating invoices, estimates, bills, receiving payments on invoices, and each of these would be a separate video. Because if you do them too long, you'll see people kind of zone out, and it's just best to kind of break them up into smaller pieces. Using the undeposited funds account, which is something that we were discussing.
Say it again. I interrupted you. Say that out loud again.
Using the undeposited funds account, because that was a heated discussion that was going on.
Somebody posted that. We have to cut you off, Kathy, because we got only a limited amount of time. But
yes.
Somebody posted that on Avo this morning that you turn it off and how people deal with it. And the Intuit people are shaking their head, and Jay's like, what? Totally. I mean, it is, to me, it just, I don't get it. And I have something in there from Jessica for her Ignite session that's been sitting in undeposited funds and I don't know what to do with it. Anyhow,
give it back.
Kathy's course is going to start coming out over time, and it's just wonderful. Okay, so Nellie, I'm going to make you wait. I can see you're just waiting to talk. I love it.
No, I'm enjoying this. I'm newbie. I want to hear everybody's story.
Let's bring in one of the gentlemen. And by the way, I'm not going to calm down.
No, don't.
We weren't expecting that, Eric.
Somebody on Yahoo told me that I needed to calm down. It's not going to happen. And somebody is telling me, make sure you can see my shirt. Dream big, hustle harder, it says. Behind me, it says, life is short, do stuff that matters. Behind that is think bigger. And right here is done is better than perfect. These are things that I live by. This one you can't see, it says innovate or die. So speaking of innovation, Jay Kimmelman, first of all, congratulations. You are now a Xero ambassador, which is an employment position with Xero and maintaining your practice at the same time. Somebody asked the question of me the other day. I don't understand why I run 2 businesses. And I was like, why are you even asking that question? But anyhow, why are you doing both, Jay?
Well, being a Xero ambassador is just an extension of what I'm already doing. I'm already out evangelizing the brand, talking about it, trying to bring the bookkeeping and accounting world into the 21st century and have them use Xero, just because I feel it is a better platform and it positions myself and my firm in a better place to run and build my business. So it's just an extension of what I've already been doing all along. And part of that is at XeroCon, I was awarded the MVP for 2016. Well, I was awarded for 2015. And that's all because of what I've done with the Avo group and the other groups on Facebook. And so
your social presence has become, I mean, the day I met you about a little over a year ago, I joked, this is how I met Jay. I said to him, Jay Kimmelman, Jay Leno, Jimmy Kimmel, David Letterman. He's got them all in one name.
Yeah.
And I made that joke on Abo, and we've been friends ever since. And to see what happened to you over the course of this last couple of weeks, it's just extraordinary. You know, yeah, the Zero ambassador thing's great because, I mean, there's really nothing you are better at than being an ambassador and evangelizing that product. You love it. You have ever since the day. And you know what's great about Jay, you guys, that I really think we all need to take into account, and we all do this, but Jay is truly committed to Zero. That's it. Focused, uber focused. Even when it didn't look good for a while, he just kept at it. And look what happened. It's got to be a game changer. Your life, you seem like you're just
it is
at the top of your life right now.
You know, the thing about my practice is it's never been better than it is today. I'm actually using the cloud and training staff all over the country right now to do what I'm doing, to free me up to do things like this that I love doing now, which, you know, 4 years ago, somebody would be like, you're doing this? Yeah. You're not going to speak in public. So
you weren't a good public speaker when I met you, and now we can't shut you up, which is awesome. I mean, your videos, you did more service to Zero than anybody else. I mean, they were spectacular, and I love watching you because you never know what you're going to get. You know, it's never dry, and that's what's so cool about it. Now, Jay, one of the other things we talked about, we all know what an amazing father you are. So talk to us a little bit about how you choose work versus family.
Sure. So today's a great example of that. Today is my wife's first day in her internship in her last year of her degree at school. So she is pretty much working 8 to 5 now. And I have drop-off duty, I have pickup duty, and then I got to go to drop off at dance. So my schedule has now been modified to work around that. And, you know, everything revolves around family. That's kind of what we did when we started out. You know, my wife left her job so she can spend more time with our child. Our director of operations, you know, same thing, freedom. So we can all have our families do what we love and make a living. And that's what we want to help our clients do as well. So that's what it's all about.
Hold on, Jay. To our audience, look at your, you can raise your hands electronically. Raise your hands if you want your practice to be balanced so that you can put your family first and you have what Jay is calling freedom. Let's see you raise your hands. There they, whoa, come on, let's see them.
And you know, if you've been watching me,
I know it's there. I want to click. There's a lot of people on right now, folks.
If you've been watching through the summer, you would have noticed I was at the beach for my daughter's birthday. We were at 2 dance competitions. So being able to have the flexibility to be where I need to be and not be tied to my desktop is what allows us to do what we do.
And technology helps with that a ton, although some of us use it for videoing ourselves while we're driving as a selfie, Jay Kimmelman. So, you know, it's interesting, Jay. I mean, Angela, who's going to speak next, is going to law school now. And tonight she will leave for law school, and I will be at soccer practice for 2 of our 3 kids. I'm the coach. And one of them will go to his mother's. My son will go to his mother's because it's her night. And then I'll bring her 2 children back here and feed them and get them ready for bed. And then she'll be home at 9:30. And that flexibility is what you're talking about, that freedom.
Exactly.
And the fact that she can go to law school and that we can share, and she's amazing. I mean, she'll pick up the kids today. She'll bring me lunch. You know, she does whatever she can when she's available. You have to have that.
She'll hit the In-N-Out burger on the way home.
In-N-Out burger? Oh, man. We went to Brophy's this weekend. But
yeah.
Angela, is this your first year?
Yes.
It's her first, it's her second week.
I can help you with whatever you need. I'm rooting for you.
So okay, so
somebody who would never show up to classes and would enter the classes.
So Kathy, you're gonna help Lynn. Nellie, you're gonna help Angela. Carrie and Jessica, I got you guys. Dustin, we need to have a chat. Jay doesn't ever have time for us. Thank you for being here today. Busiest guy on the Brady Bunch panel here. Good for you. And by the way, before we jump to Angela, back to Lynn, who's muted because she had a lot of noise back there, but she can hear this. You know, Lynn was one of those runners up for Firm of the Future, and there were only, 15 of those in the world, right? So that was pretty darn cool. Good for her, and congratulations to you, Lynn. She's been smiling ever since that day. She let me know a day before, and I didn't let it leap into it.
Thank you, Eric.
It's my pleasure. I'm so proud of you. Okay, so Angela, tell us, what is it like? I mean, yesterday we figured out how to use OneNote for your outlining on your iPad and your iPhone. You were so happy you wouldn't leave your computer. You didn't even get in the shower for hours. I mean, you study, take care of these kids, take care of our clients beautifully. And how do you do it?
So it's just like all of you. You're very, very busy. It's all balancing. And the only way that I'm able to manage everything is to be hyper organized, like just schedule everything on my calendar. Everything has to be an Insightly task or something. It has to be scheduled, and I'm completely organized. That's the only way. If I didn't have, I'm connected to my phone. If I didn't have access to all these resources, there would be no way that I could.
Well, I hear you've got a pretty good IT department.
I do have amazing tech support, so I'm very fortunate.
See, Jay and I share that. We rock the house. Jay's got the same setup I've got, the Mac Pro and all that. Okay, so Angela, so the big thing is hyper organized. Let's do a webinar. Please make a note of that. Add an Insightly task, please, to do a webinar on hyper organization, not to be confused with hyper Eric Greenspan, who will not calm down. We're gonna do that webinar separately.
Ben is a Virgo, and he's crazy organized, but I'm also really organized.
So speaking of that, I'm going to transition to me now. So what I've done this weekend is I have finally solved my desk problems. So I have a stand-up desk. I didn't buy the really big one. I don't want it because I want the desk to be like my cockpit, but I had two monitors on it, and it was fine. And then I went to 3. Actually I have 4 now, but one's just my calendar off to the side. So let me show you. So I've got my calendar over there. I've got this monitor. I've got you guys here. And then I've got another monitor over here. Everybody's going to throw up right now. So there's 3 monitors. But what I finally did, and the point of my discussion here is making your workspace truly useful. Angela finally got a chair. She's been sitting in one of our dining room chairs forever. We bought her a real chair. She's super excited about it.
Really?
My chair is 20 years old, but it was such a quality chair, I'll never get rid of it. So anyhow, so the desk didn't work with the monitors. I bought these arms that connect to the back sides of my monitors. So my monitors are now connected, if you would, from the side. So they go out like this, and then there's one in the middle. And so they're like wings hanging off the side of my desk. My desk is completely clear. And I have to tell you, I mean, I love coming to my desk, and all my cables are super organized right now. And that's very important. But having that workspace where you can really function and do things, fire comes out of my fingers when that's the case. So I cannot stress enough that you have to have a great working environment. Okay, so let's see. We've got Lynn. We've got Angela.
Talking about schedules, I have to leave in 2 minutes to go pick up one child from our 3 pickups.
That's one, and then we have 2 others. And why they can't get out at the same time. Okay, Nellie, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
So first of all, you're our newest addition. Do we get feedback there? Who's that?
You.
Nope, it's everybody. Nellie, I'm going to be quiet. You talk.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. It's such a pleasure to join this team, and I'm so excited and really looking forward to just getting to know all of you super well, and also sharing all my tips and tricks and my story with you guys. Quick blurb about my company. CorpNet, we provide legal document filing services in all 50 states. What I do is pretty much help with any type of business formation or compliance. And we actually, 50% of our clients are CPAs and attorneys and other business professionals. So with Eric and Angela, thank you both for bringing me on and giving me this amazing opportunity to add insight to your amazing group of people. And really, the marriage here is about me acting as a silent fulfillment resource to all of you who own a small business or an accounting firm or want to grow your firm and want to utilize my company's services for your clientele or for yourselves if you have not yet legalized your practice in setting up.
Legalize it. Okay, so Nellie, whoever muted, I think Angela, it might have been your feedback, I'm not sure, but okay, so we're good. But Nellie, that's great. But we really want to know is how much did Intuit give you for your last company?
They gave me 20 million cash and half of it.
Wait, what? How much? You sold your last company to Intuit for how much?
20 million.
Really?
Yes. It's public information. I thought you knew.
I did. I'm just playing this, we're on camera, you know how I am. So I didn't know it was public though. I thought you shared it with me. I'm pretty sure you told me not to tell anybody.
No, it's public.
So you sat down with Brad Smith and he bought your company and then like they do with many other companies, they're not using it anymore, right?
Yes. So in a nutshell, how it all started was I owned a company called mycorporation.com. We started that company back in 1997 at the birth of the internet with a $100 investment in a domain name out of our 2-bedroom apartment. Grew that company to where it was doing nearly $1 million in gross revenues per month. Out of the blue, I get a call from Intuit's fixed FBI department. It was called Focus Business Initiatives Department, saying, hey, we want to talk to you and do a biz dev deal with you. Soon the conversation turned from a partnership to an acquisition, and fast forward from March to November of 2005, we were acquired and sold that company.
$20 million. So real quick now, and then we got to jump off,
Sure.
Move on to somebody else. So the first time you started a company, I call this the ignorant entrepreneur syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
We're blindsided. We have no clue. We're not afraid of anything because we don't know anything. So we just go.
Well, we don't have anything to lose, Eric. So
That's another
if you don't have
part of it.
anything to lose, risk is really sexy and attractive.
Yeah. So now you have 4 children and you're doing it all over again. Same company model. You didn't have to. 20 million's enough, but you were probably bored and who knows what. So
I just wanted to meet you and Angela. That's all.
oh, great. So how much harder is it this time is what I'm asking.
I truly feel like this is really my first time actually working and running a business, because now that I started all over again 7 years ago, I came into a very, very saturated industry, which everybody was like, don't do it.
You're not the pioneer anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that was really my fuel. And whenever somebody says no, I do it even harder, and I'm more inclined to do it to prove everybody wrong, because my motto in life is that there's plenty of business to go around for everybody.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter how much competition is out there, as long as you niche yourself and provide what's needed out there. And
Okay.
you're really, providing a service.
That is one. I got to cut you there. Okay. So DP, you ready? Waiting very patiently. So, right, I know you were zoning out. Listen, bye, Angela. Thank you. So, Dustin, Dave Matthews concert, 3-day event, epic, great. We don't have time for that. We've got that on the pre-reel. So, tell me something, man. You're launching a new business. You left the firm.
Yep.
You're partnering with somebody. Talk to us about that experience.
So it's quite the experience, and really you got to be careful in who you choose to partner with should you find yourself in that boat. Really it's like a marriage. You got to have trust, and it's really new. It's really exciting in the beginning, but you want to make sure you don't end up on the back end of that in so-called divorce court with issues that may come up in the meantime.
So vetting out that partner is part of the issue. One of the biggest bits of advice I can give you, and I'm pretty sure I already have, is making sure, unlike divorce business, you can have a divorce clause, so to speak, where you unwind. And I've had a couple of companies where they actually put in this very, very specific unwinding clause, and it saved their, who cares about the friendship so much, but it saved their ability to continue functioning properly and not always looking in their rearview mirror and worrying. You have to be able to continue your life.
Absolutely, that's huge, and you know, something I haven't even considered yet. Thank you for the tip. Need to bake that into our discussions.
Yes, we did. It's just been a while, and you've forgotten.
Yes. I meant more so with my business partner.
Right. Exactly. So you found some challenges. Now this is going to be publicly available, so your business partner is probably going to watch this. So we're going to be very nice right now. But at the same time, I mean, you both have your differing opinions about how things should function, I would imagine.
You know, and it actually turns out to be a compliment for both of us. You know, we complement one another, and not in the verbal sense, but, you know, how are we going to help each other and help each other grow while we grow the business? So, you know, that's a huge part, and it's very helpful to have differing opinions in that regard.
You know, if it doesn't work out for you, buddy, you have an amazing voice. Do you guys feel drawn in when he's speaking?
Yes.
We should talk about a podcast, you and Lynn Matthijs.
Oh, I'd be excited for that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Listen to his voice. He's got a great voice. Okay, so